glad to have you. No, we have been here. So thank you for staying tuned. Not glad to have you join us. Thank you for staying tuned on the conversation here on Lagos Television. And now we are discussing Eko Flavours Junior Project. And what is this all about? The Eko Flavours Junior Project was a competition, a culinary contest designed to spotlight the talents of children in Lagos State. And out of over 200 participants, our guest is 10-year-old
You're calling him
Boluwatife,
guest. Our special
winner.
because he's a winner, so he's a
Yes.
special
Yes.
guest
So we feel honored and privileged
to
have you
you
here.
around us.
Yeah, he is 10-year-old Boluwatife Jaye Gbenle. He emerged as the overall champion, winning a 3 million naira cash prize. You're welcome, Boluwatife.
Thank you, ma'am.
And with him is the director at Agric Produce, Food Safety and Quality Control, Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture and Food System. We have Oluroti Sego Oviebo. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
So, Boluwatife, congratulations
Thank you, ma'am.
and you're welcome.
Mm.
So, can you tell us, how you felt when they announced your name as the winner of that competition?
I don't know, was everybody was looking like they'll call me.
Why? Did you think you did anything special?
I don't know.
Or you knew deep down that
Did you know you were going
this
to
is
win?
me, I'm going to win.
No?
You didn't know.
Mm.
I thought like when they were calling the names for the people to go, I thought they would have called my name.
What? Oh, really? Because did you think you were not good enough? Or you think you didn't put in your best? Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you just had those mixed feelings. Yeah.
And
Yes.
so when you heard your name,
How did you feel?
I was very happy. I was glad.
That was the first thing you did. You were like, what did you do when they called
did
your
you
name?
jump? Did you scream?
I just looked up and thanked God.
Aww, that's really nice. You looked up and thank God. Madam Sego, thank you for joining us. I'd like you to talk about, what inspired the state government, to come up with this kind of laudable initiative for children.
As we're all aware, it's now the ministry has been rebranded to Ministry of Agriculture and Food System. And so we're looking at agriculture in its entirety from the farm to the table. And so when you look at the aspect of table, we're looking at ensuring that people know how to infuse and mix different indigenous food items together to give us a befitting, nutritious meal. And out of the goodness of the First Lady of Lagos State, because she was the one who actually championed the competition for the youths, for the children. We've had one before for the seniors, that's in the age bracket of 18 to 40. And she said, look, I think it's better we catch them young. And so she said, okay, let's look at 10 to 13, age 10 to 13. And basically, you are looking at catching them from school, You can see. I saw him during the competition, and I felt I was just like, oh, a 10-year-old, and seeing what he could do. And not just him, a whole lot of them. Like you said, we had about 300 entries, and it was shortlisted to 20, and the 20 were wonderful. I mean, you should have seen the things that they did with food. And when you look at it, it's not just leaving them with cooking. If you look at the first edition we did with the seniors, today it's a community of chefs, and then there is a lot of alignment, a lot of linkages with even the producers of agri produce. And then some of the chefs themselves are now interested in agriculture. Because when you're a chef, you want to be sure that everything that you are cooking is good and fresh.
Yeah.
And so some of them have, gone into agriculture, farming. And that's the whole essence. It's a complete chain.
All right, Boluwatife, now take us through what were some of the delicacies that you prepared that stood you out in the competition.
Oh, I made fish pepper soup for my starter. For my appetizer, I made jollof rice with crunchy chicken with a top of
And you did
chili
not bring
sauce.
some of it for us.
And for
Go on.
my dessert, I made fruit salad with cranberry and fanyogo sauce.
So, I want to know, at what age did you take interest in cooking?
9 years old.
Just last year.
So have you been cooking at home before then at all? Have you had interest, staying in the kitchen, with your mom or your sister to
I
cook?
just help my mom to bake.
You bake too?
Is your mom a caterer?
No, she just bakes
She
cake
just bakes.
when she's feeling
When
like
she's
she wants,
free.
she wants to eat something.
So it's not like your mom is a chef that will say because your mom is a
Yeah.
chef.
She's not a
She's not.
chef, she's a lawyer.
You don't say she's not a chef. She's a lawyer. So maybe he will be the chef
Wow.
in the house. Because we talked about craft
Craft,
earlier.
yes.
Amongst children, engaging children through craft. And Boluwatife, was cooking ever a hobby for you that you changed, or you turned into what's it called now, into a craft that you are now winning, competitions in?
I'm not sure. It wasn't a hobby for me because I hated staying in the kitchen because I was very scared of the heat there.
Okay.
And sometimes where my mom is cooking, some oil touched me. So I hated cooking that time. Then I now started cooking Indomie. That's when it now got easy. Then to rice, then to
Teach us how you cook your Indomie. Teach us how you cook your Indomie.
you put your water in the pot, then you put your fire, then you let the water boil, then you put your Indomie, you
noodles.
put your and you put your noodle, your seasoning, then you wait for it to be done.
You don't add anything special in it?
I don't, but sometimes I add onions, but I don't like cutting it.
You don't like cutting onions?
Why?
Okay,
My
because
eyes.
You hurt the eyes.
because it hurts the eyes. Madam Sego, during the competition, what were the, what was the criteria, for selecting a winner or for selecting the entries into the entrance into the competition, and how did the ministry ensure fairness and equity during the whole competition?
Okay, so like I said, we had over 300 entries. They did short videos of what they can cook. We now shortlisted because, of course, we put some criteria. And then, so if you do not meet the criteria, for instance, your LASRA, your parents' LASRA and all of that, you must be resident in Lagos and quite a lot of things. And it came from the schools. So we looked at the schools, yes, the districts.
Okay.
So it was across all the schools, all the districts in Lagos. The schools also participated in it, and then when the entries came, we shortlisted to 20 based on the quality of the things that they had produced. It was a virtual recording that they gave to us.
Okay.
And we had a panel of panelists that screened the 300 and they shortlisted down to 20. And when it came to 20, we had the competition on the 18th where all the 20 contestants cooked, and then we had about 6 panelists at the competition. It was just one meal that had to do with coconut, So the panelists had their own criteria, and they picked the best 10. And then on the 19th, which was the finale, we had a 3-course meal where they had to cook 3-course meal, indigenous meals. You can hear he said,
Pepper soup.
pepper soup. So things that we're trying to encourage them to adopt adopt the culture of Nigeria. So it's not only the recipe has does not have to be Lagos meal. You know, it was anything Nigerian. So we're looking at culture, education, culture, skill development. These were the things we're looking at. And then when you talk about craft, plating was also one of the criteria. You can cook a nice meal, but how do you serve it?
How do you serve it? Yeah.
So the plating was another aspect of it, because you have to be creative. And then it was a competition. Like he said, you know, even I, looking at him that day, he was the youngest. He was actually the youngest.
It's the youngest, and he has a small frame. I can imagine his hands, you know, doing the cooking.
So they had mentors. And that's the whole thing. You know, the Lagos state government is looking at building a community of young people that are chefs and are proud to be chefs. So the first edition of the seniors that we had last year, October, we had also winners. And part of the winners were the panel members. And then we had the first 10 of them that were their mentors. So when the first 20 came on board, they actually went through 3 weeks of intensive coaching. So I think that would also tell you, he said he could only cook Indomie and all of that, but they went through 3 weeks intensive coaching, mentoring, bonding, because you are not just building a chef. You want to build a young man that is strong, emotionally. You know, this morning I told him, I said, you're a champion, so walk like a champion. So these are some of the things. You are building leaders. It's emotional. You're also building them emotionally to be strong, and teamwork. Teamwork, because they had to work together as a team. So team bonding, teamwork, leadership, it's all encompassing. It's not just about food, you know. So these were the things that we looked at. And then on that day, the final, on the 18th, on the 19th, we had 10 of them, and they prepared 3-course meal. And the first 3 that won, he came out as the winner. Yes.
Yeah. So now, beyond the 4 walls of the school, your advice to parents to ensure that they engage their children in taking up vocational skills, or encouraging them in their craft. Like cooking is a skill. It's not everyone can cook, but we know when you're a good cook when we taste what you cook. And so your advice to parents in ensuring that they pay attention to, you know, bringing up their children to have these basic skills.
It's very important, you know, as parents. It's good. For instance, this is summer holiday. It's good for every parent to enroll their child in one thing or the other. It could be in farming, it could be dressmaking, because these days, if you look at it, the amount that we don't call them tailors anymore, fashion designers. You know, they make dresses of millions of naira. Chefs now, they make a whole lot of money. I know someone who made, I think she made a sales of about 1 billion naira in 1 year. One of our chefs that won the seniors, she makes good money. And so basically, it's good for your child to go to school to get the formal education. But beyond that, it is good for your child to have a form of technical know-how. You know, they say, you know, salary, you know, but salary. But when you are technically endowed, you know, it could be carpentry, it could be anything. You can't miss it.
Okay, just before we go, Boluwatife, you're now known as, or you're now called the ambassador of the Lagos food system. Do you know what it means? You don't know what it means. Okay. So are you excited, you know, to represent, you know, Lagos as, you know, an ambassador, as a forefront person?
Very much.
You're very much excited. So what are the things that you think, okay, you can still do, you know, to keep this title?
I'm still thinking about it.
You're still thinking about it. What's your favorite food?
Rice.
Rice.
Rice and what?
Stew.
Rice and stew. And you love making that a lot.
Okay. What advice do you have to fellow children, just as you have just achieved something so
It's a big feat.
beautiful, you know. So what word of advice do you have to young boys and girls just like you about your age on learning a skill?
Well, especially those who are afraid of staying in the kitchen.
Yeah, afraid of the oil, but can eat the chicken when it is fried. So you advise the young children.
That they should be confident, like even though you got the smallest thing that you can still do your best.
You can still do your best. So that's from the mouth of 10-year-old. You know, it does not come just with delicious food, but a powerful, powerful message. We thank Boluwatife Jayigbinle, the Eko Flavours Junior Champion, and Mrs. Oluranti Sego Ovibo from the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back after this short break.